I want to tell you about a drone that I own. Drones 4 to 6 times more expensive than and still reach for more often than any of them. The DJI Neo2. Not because it is the best drone DJI makes, it is not. Not because the camera is the most capable, it is not that either, but because there is something about a drone that weighs 151 grams, fits in your jacket pocket with the prop guards on, launches from your palm, and just works. That makes you actually use it every day, in situations where the other drones stay in the bag. Today, I want to make the case that the DJI Neo2 is the right drone for more people than any other drone on the market right now. Not all people, but most people. And by the end of this video, you will know clearly whether you are one of them, or whether you are the exception. Let me set the context before anything else. The DJI Neo2 is not trying to be the Mavic 4 Pro. It is not trying to be the Air 3S. It is not even trying to be the Mini 5 Pro. It is trying to be the drone you actually take with you. 151 grams, under 250 grams, which in most regions means no registration, no paperwork, significantly fewer restrictions on where you can fly. Full prop guards that protect the drone and the people around it. Launches from your hand with no controller required, lands on your hand, gesture controls, voice commands, a drone that removes every possible barrier between having an idea and capturing it from the air. Think about how many times you have left your drone at home because it was too much to carry, too much to set up, too much to worry about in a crowded space. The Neo2 answers every single one of those objections. And the camera, 4K 60 frames per second, 12 megapixels, a 1/2 inch sensor, not the largest sensor in this price range, but footage that looks genuinely good in daylight, sharp, stable, usable for professional content without heavy post-processing. This is a drone designed for daily use, and that changes everything about how you evaluate it. Let me walk through the people for whom the Neo2 is not just good, it is the right answer. The complete beginner. If you have never flown a drone before, the Neo2 is the safest, lowest friction entry point available. The prop guards mean crashes do not destroy the drone or injure bystanders. The autonomous flight modes mean you do not need stick skills to get great shots. Launch from your hand, select a quick shot mode, and the drone does the rest. For someone who wants aerial footage without learning to pilot, this drone makes that possible immediately. The travel creator, 151 grams, jacket pocket, no registration in most regions, no checked baggage concerns at most airports. This is the drone that goes everywhere your phone goes, hiking, city trips, beach days, concerts. The Neo2 fits into life in a way that a Mavic or an Air series simply does not. If you have ever stood somewhere beautiful wishing you had a drone and you did not have one because it was too much to carry, the Neo2 solves that. The content creator who shoots solo. Gesture controls and voice commands mean the Neo2 is genuinely a one-person operation. No assistant needed. Raise your hand to call it back. Use gestures to start recording, change modes, land. The drone tracks you, follows you, orbits around you, all without anyone behind a controller. For solo vloggers, social media creators, solo athletes, this freedom is worth more than any spec upgrade. The parent or family shooter, safe enough to fly indoors with the prop guards on, light enough that a crash is not a financial disaster, simple enough that anyone in the family can operate it. The Neo2 is the drone parents buy to capture family moments and actually use it regularly, rather than leaving it in a case. The drone curious person who is not sure yet. If you are sitting on the fence about whether drone photography is something you will stick with, do not spend 800 euros to find out. The Neo2 at its price point is a low-risk way to discover whether you love it. And if you do, the skills and creative habits you build on the Neo2 translate directly to any drone you upgrade to later. Here's the thing about the Neo2 that I could not fully put into words until I had been flying it for months. It changed how I think about drones. I used to think of a drone as a camera first, something you take out for a specific shoot with specific intentions. You plan, you prepare, you execute. The Neo2 made me think of a drone as a perspective, something you carry the way you carry your phone, not for specific shoots, for moments, for the unexpected, for the view you could not plan for. That shift is not about the specs, it is about what the drone enables behaviorally. And that is harder to quantify than resolution numbers, but it is more important for most people's actual experience of owning a drone. The flight intelligence features deserve more attention than they usually get. Quick shots, Droney, Helix, Rocket, Boomerang, Asteroid, Circle. These are fully automated flight paths that produce genuinely cinematic footage from a single tap. No flying skill required, no planning required, just select the mode and let the drone work. The tracking is reliable in a way that surprises people. Lose the subject, hide behind something, come back. The Neo2 reacquires lock quickly. For solo creators doing action content, sports, anything dynamic, that reliability matters more than you think until you have used a drone with unreliable tracking. Gesture controls work almost flawlessly. I emphasize almost because they require practice, a few sessions to dial in the movements, but once you have them down, the freedom they provide is genuinely different from any other drone I have used. You stop thinking about the controller and start thinking purely about the shot. And the under 250 gram advantage is worth saying again because it is consistently underrated. This is not just about avoiding paperwork, it is about where you can fly. Parks, public spaces, near crowds, and locations that are closed to heavier drones. The Neo2 opens doors that your Mavic cannot walk through. I said most people, not all people, and being honest about the limitations is the most useful thing I can do for you. Battery life. DJI advertised around 19 minutes. Real-world active flying lands at roughly 11 to 12 minutes. That gap matters. It was the most common complaint when the Neo2 launched, and it remains the most common complaint now. If you are the kind of shooter who needs extended flight sessions, you will feel this limitation on every outing. The 3,300 mAh aftermarket extended battery gets you to approximately 18 minutes of real flight time. I tested it. It works. It keeps the drone under 250 grams, but it adds bulk and comes with trade-offs that not everyone will be comfortable with. I covered it in detail in a separate video, link in the description. Low light performance. The 1/2 inch sensor with no mechanical gimbal and no log profile means low light is a genuine weakness. Night scenes, indoor shooting, golden hour when the light drops fast. The Neo2 struggles where larger sensor drones do not. If night shooting is a priority for you, look at the Mini 5 Pro or Air 3S instead. Range. Without the dedicated transceiver module, the Neo2's effective range is limited. With the module and RC2 controller, you get up to 10 kilometers, which is more than most recreational pilots ever use. But if you plan to fly long distances regularly, factor in the controller and module cost. Wind resistance. 151 grams means wind affects this drone more than heavier platforms. In calm to light wind conditions, it flies beautifully. In stronger wind, it fights to maintain stability and your footage suffers. Know your flying conditions before you commit. Is it still worth buying in 2026? Yes, with context. The Neo2 is not the newest DJI drone. It is not the most capable. And the Avatar 360 launching imminently is going to dominate the conversation for the next few months, but the Neo2 occupies a space in DJI's lineup that nothing else touches. Under 250 grams, genuinely pocketable, autonomous enough for complete beginners, capable enough for serious creators, at a price point that makes it accessible to a much wider audience than anything above it. You know, for the buyer profiles I described earlier, the beginner, the traveler, the solo creator, the family shooter, the drone curious person, the Neo2 is not just worth buying, it is the right answer in 2026 and will remain the right answer until DJI releases a direct successor. The one scenario where I would say, wait, if you are a complete beginner buying your first drone and budget allows, consider whether the Mini 4K or Mini 5 Pro might serve you better for pure image quality. The Neo2 wins on portability and autonomous features. The Mini series wins on camera capability. Know which matters more to you. The DJI Neo2 is the drone I reach for more than any other. Not because it is the best at any single thing, because it is the best at being there. If you are the person who keeps leaving drones at home, this one comes with you. If you are the person who has never flown before, this one is safe to start with. If you are the solo creator who needs a drone that works without a crew, this one does it. If you are the person who wants great aerial footage without learning to pilot, this one makes that possible today. Most drones are impressive, the Neo2 is useful. And useful wins in the long run. Subscribe and hit the bell, because tomorrow I am picking up the DJI Avatar 360 in China, and the launch coverage starts immediately. You do not want to miss what comes next. Drop in the comments, which type of creator are you? And if you already own the Neo2, what has your honest experience been? Tell me below. The Neo2 story is not over, but tomorrow a new chapter begins.